Okay, so as you can tell from the video title, today is the day where I'm going to be retiring this guy after 5 years. So let's do this with multi-platform gaming video, and we'll be doing running crowd. So let's just load that up on all of these guys. I'm not sure why the passport has it sideways, but I'll try and get that fixed. Gonna have to mute it on one of them. Okay, I guess I'll mute it on. Alright, so I guess this guy wants to start up first, so we'll mute on him. For this guy, is there any sound? Yes, there's sound. We'll keep the music off. So we're only on one at a time. This guy, we're gonna have to do it horizontally because it won't play this way. But that's okay. I'd rather play it this way anyway rather than this way, which was just not ideal. Okay, for this guy, let's turn the music off as well. I know. Things I probably should have done off camera, but whatever. So let us start with this guy, and for these other guys, we'll just keep them around. Or should I just try running them out at the same time? Yeah, I think I should do that. Okay, so let him crash one more time. And let's see if we can do this. It's probably going to be impossible. Actually, no, yeah, it's going to be impossible. Never mind. Should do one at a time. And then if I fall on this one, I'll just go on to the next one. Same thing I did with Flappy Bird, so I'll do that with this one as well. Actually, I should probably make the song come to the passport since it's the one that's in between. Okay, so we'll try again here. Ah! I know. This video is so cringy, but it's just what I need to do. Okay, no more messing around, and now let's get straight into action. What we want to see. Wow, everything is looking really grainy. Not good. Okay, so before I switch devices, I'm going to have to seriously keep that in mind because, wow, that was horrible. Right, I fell down on this one, so now let's push this over so we can see what's going on here, and we'll have the camera focus there. That's no good. And it crashed in the passport for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. That's ultra lame. So we'll just go to the main menu here. We'll have to turn on the sound for this one because it just decided to crash like that. Like, seriously, son? Seriously? Why would you do that? Okay, hopefully it won't crash an iPhone, because if it does, that'll just be really annoying. Do I have the camera too far away from these guys? Actually, I don't think anybody cares. What you care about more is just me playing properly, because right now I'm playing really cringely and annoyingly. Like, I keep fiddling around, keep touching things, I keep dropping after just 100 meters, which is making this video very, very annoying. So perhaps I should speak a little bit more about the BlackBerry Q10, since this is its farewell video after all. But yeah, as I said earlier, had it since the 4th of January 2014, and that is a crazy long time to keep a phone around. Most people would probably upgrade after like a year or two. And for a phone like that with such lowly specifications, yeah, you would have likely just dropped it a long time. But it kept me through for the years. Sure, I didn't have the best camera or the highest resolution, but it was actually a pretty solid device. Like, when you think about it, it has a micro SD card slot, it has a full QWERTY keyboard, a headphone jack, an HDMI port, and just all the other ports that are supposed to be there, it just has it. In this day and age where phones are just getting rid of their headphone jacks, and a number of them don't have card slots, majority of them don't even have removable batteries anymore, which is just ridiculous. But this guy, though, it has all of that. Now, I know some people might be like, oh, whatever, they're not very important, we don't care about removable batteries and whatnot. But, you know, it's actually a really handy thing to have. Like, when your battery runs low and when it degrades after like a year or two, it's easier where you can just pull off the back and take it out rather than like unscrewing this, unscrewing that. Unfortunately, it doesn't even work like that because for most of these phones, you actually have to heat up the phone and then do all manner of things to get to come off. Typically, like, stick some cards into it and pry around to get the back to come off. But for other phones, maybe even more complicated than that. Okay, let's focus the attention back on the passport. And yes, to this day, actually, all of its sensors and whatever, they still work. The camera still works, the keyboard still works. While this guy's waiting for other players, we're gonna try the music for this one. I'm not sure why it's actually saying that. That's really weird. I've never really had to do that before, so that's why it's doing that. That's just odd. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm just gonna go right back to this guy. We'll just keep the music off, and that guy can just sit there waiting for other players. I don't know why it's showing that, because the Q10 is also an OS 10, so why would it say that? Like, what? Okay, this iPhone is hardly in the frame. Play offline. Oh, whatever. Just play offline. Looks so dark. I think I need to turn the flash on, but then that's gonna create some glare. Ugh. Let me see if I can fix the lighting. Okay, never mind. It just looked dark to me because I was sitting down. Okay, that's actually good. Okay, which device am I gonna play on now? Let's just play on Passport some more. We'll try again. Got this guy back in May 2018. Or was it June? I don't know. Let's just say May, June. This guy, obviously December, arrived on the 21st. I started it up, I think on the 22nd, and I actually got the BlackBerry identification, everything done on 22nd, 23rd. Okay, well, I guess we'll just try again for this guy. Get it to focus on him. Come on, camera, what are you doing? Alright, there we go. I'll also have to be mindful of the time because this video is gonna stop after the 4GB limit. Or if the phone just says, oh, too hot. And if you're in my blog entry about the Microsoft stock application, I'm not gonna want to touch that because I had some very, very interesting things to say about it. Quite hilarious, actually. It was a rant, in case nobody knows that. Or for those of you that did read it, then you know exactly how that rant went. And it is quite hilarious. Alright, let's get back to this guy. Shift these guys over. Get the camera to focus on him. Actually, why am I spending so much time on these guys? It's supposed to be... This time's supposed to be for this guy, not these guys. Then again, he does have the smallest screen, so it's like, whatever. The smallest, darkest, dullest screen of them, really. Look at the other guys, their screens are so nice and bright. This guy's screen is just so dull. I mean, it is 720 by 720, which explains it. Had it been at least 1080 by 1080, then it would have been better. So, as nice as it was at the time, it's just one of many reasons why this guy has to be retired, because it's small screen estate and the S4 processor, it's just not good enough anymore. It's really not good enough. In 2019, it's just no good. Especially in the day and age of like Snapdragon 845, Exynos 9820, Kirin, I think 970? Or is it 980? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Kirin. So let's just say that Snapdragon S4 Plus just doesn't cut it. I mean, even though this guy's... Okay, so before I got the heat warning, I went ahead and just filmed other videos. You can see here, SanDisk. Decided to do an unboxing for that. But now that I'm back, I can get back to this video and finish up what I was saying. So I believe before it cut off, I was talking about the processors and how the Snapdragon S4 Plus seemed just a little bit too slow for 2019 standards. I mean, even back in like 2013, it obviously wasn't the best. I think at that time, well, I don't know what was the flagship processor then. I think it was like maybe Snapdragon 400, probably 600. These guys now, they both have, well, no, this guy does not have any Snapdragon in it. In fact, this guy uses the A9, as you obviously know. Apple's, they have the iPhones, they use the A chip that Apple makes in-house. For the 6S Plus, I believe it's specifically A9. Or was it A10? I don't know. I'm almost certain it was A9, a dual-core A9. Well, this guy is Snapdragon 801 quad-core. So he obviously performs very well, even though it's a 2014 phone. it still holds up well. It also helps that it's running its own operating system, and the same company that made the software is the same company that made the hardware, so it's a win. If they made their own chip too, then that would be a triple win. But hey, it's good enough that they at least made the software and the hardware, so that's cool. Unlike with Microsoft and Android, where it's like, okay, you have one guy making the hardware, another guy controls the software, and it's like, wow. And then another guy is like making the chip. For Samsung, though, it's a little bit of an interesting position because they do have their own socket on chip Exynos, but for some reason they don't use it in all of their phones. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with Snapdragon probably saying, hey, if you use Snapdragon in some of your phones, we'll give you so and so and so, whatever. That's just what I think. Okay, so that's that for the Q10 and me talking about socket on chip. So let's head over here and play on the passport. Will I miss the BlackBerry Q10? I'm not so sure. Well, I guess I'll miss its keyboard, yes, because it has 4 rows and it has a numpad. This guy, typing experience on it is really weird. Very weird. So it'll take some getting used to, but whatever. It's got a nice, big, bright, vibrant, color accurate screen, so that's something I'll enjoy. And not to mention the much stronger socket on chip that can actually hold up in 2019. It's too bad it doesn't have 4K recording, but at least I have other phones that can do that, so it's not that big of a deal. But what it does have though is 1080 at 60 frames per second, so that's nice. Though the 2018 and 2019 flagships, they're doing 4K 60 frames per second, so that's insane. And you know what else is insane? Me playing very badly, so I need to just race better here. Like, what am I doing? I'm racing like I almost don't care. And now I'm there fiddling with the Q10, so obviously I lost. Trying to keep him awake. Though after this video, bye-bye. It's being powered off. He's being put in, I don't know, a drawer or some container. And I'll continue to use this guy, and this guy, the guy I'm recording with, which is obviously the Lumia 1520. Probably mentioned it at least several times in this video already. Or this is my first time, I don't know. The only way I would know is if I come back to watch this video during editing time, but I think it's pretty obvious. Especially for those of you that have been following the channel, or if you look at the Instagram page, you'll know which phones I'm using and whatever, so you know. You know who I'm recording with, you know who I'm not recording with. My best run. Oh, why do I keep feeling at this part? Okay, you know, let me see if I can try and at least get 1,000 meters, aka a kilometer. You know what? No, forget it. Never mind. We're back to the Q10. So all the way in the corner here. Actually, might be put in the center. Why is he all the way off to the left? No, it's his video. He's the one that's going into retirement, not these two. Yet. Their day will come at some point. When exactly, I do not know. Especially for the iPhone, because it's like, I really don't like its successors. They have no headphone jack. Well, okay, I can't complain about the Cards Thunder removable battery because they never had that to begin with. But I sure can't complain about the lack of headphone jack and then the fact that the ratios they've gotten so weird. And what I'm talking about is like the aspect ratios. Like, I don't know if they're like 18 to 9, 19 to 9. This guy can comfortably say is a good old 16 to 9. I don't know why I couldn't just make the 7, the 8, and the XS just 16 to 9, give it 4K. Like, how hard would that be? Oh well. Well, to be fair, these two, they're not 16 to 9, they're 1 to 1, so they're even weirder. But if they were to be a slab phone, they would probably be like 16 to 9, or maybe like 18 to 9. Not really a fan of 18 to 9, by the way. Actually, who am I kidding? I hate it, if I must be honest. I mean, it is better than 1 to 1 though, because at least you can watch videos and movies without it just occupying such a narrow strip on the screen. With your slab phones, though, it fills up the entire... Was my hand in the way this whole time? I think it was. Oh my goodness. Wow. I didn't notice that until I just looked up at the camera and I'm like, holy smokes, that's not good. You see, man, this guy's tiny screen, no good. No good. It's way too small to do business. And that's why I just had to upgrade to these larger guys, because if you're a multimedia person, you're using your phone for more than just text and calls. If you're using it to do gaming, videos, and so many more, a phone like this won't cut it. My best run. Really. Wish I could play with the spacebar, man. Darn. Okay. Who should I play with now? I want to play with this guy, or that guy. Guess I'll play with this guy. I feel like I don't give him much attention when I show because he has the biggest, brightest screen here. He's also the only one that has this game in horizontal. Well, these guys... Well, actually, I could switch this one on its side, but that would just look really weird. It wouldn't make any sense anyways because it is a square one-to-one phone, as we can obviously see. Games are best in horizontal mode. I can't stand games that are in portrait mode. Well, I mean, I do like games like BlackBerry and whatever, but I do wish they would give you the option to play in portrait or horizontal, depending on what you're doing or just your mood. But of course, playing in horizontal makes it feel more like playing video games on a TV because TVs are widescreen devices. So it just feels more natural. Okay, this is the part where I keep getting stumped, so I'm just going to give it one more time before I move over to one of these guys. Man, that Q10 screen is dull. Oh my goodness. It's the dullest device I've ever made. Oh, actually, no. I'm pretty sure my other feature phones probably have a duller... Actually, no. They do, in fact, have a duller resolution. At least it's HD, but it's not a very bright HD at all. Okay, I need to be mindful of my hand. There we go. I actually made it far for once because... Ah, darn it. Okay, I probably have 2 more minutes left before I get a heat warning, so do I want to get the Q10 some more, or do I want to blend the password? Actually, honestly, I don't want to blend the password because the Q10, his screen is just too dull. Too dull and too small. Should I have actually done Flappy? No, actually, no. Why would I do Flappy Bird? Can't always play Flappy Bird for these multi-platform gaming videos. That's well, actually no. There's only been one video I've done so far that's multi-platform, so I can't say for all these videos as if okay I've done like 20 or something. Now I guess I should probably call it quits here because if I go for another run, I'm gonna get the heat warning and then I'm gonna be talking. It's gonna cut off. So I should just say that it's been a long 5 years, and thankfully the motherboard never fried or anything, so that's good because I know for certain phones, LG V10, it was a nightmare where people had to send it in and get it repaired, get it replaced altogether. Actually, but thankfully for this guy, most of the phones, it's not really an issue. But saved its time. Happy 2019 New Year! Did you like this video? What's the longest time you've used a phone for? Comment, rate, like, subscribe, share, read my blog for information, shop and affiliate links in the video description, visit my Twitter page, my latest tweet, and do not forget to also participate in the polls located in the top right corner inside the eye circle. Yes, 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 I know. This music is unnecessarily emotional, lame, cheesy, corny, sad, cinematic, low quality, distorted, and many other bad adjectives you could think of. Wait, are you still even listening at this point? Because if you are, I'm very concerned about you. Please see a doctor. Kidding. Now I'm out of here.